Hello, great scientists of the fifth grade. It's Mr. Goodwin again. Make sure you have your science journals open, pencils up, pencils up, hard at work for my class. And for Miss Willis's class, make sure you have your pencils in your hand. Today's students, it's August the 25th, 2015, we'll be learning about line graphs. So, students, with your pencils, I want you to write down today's objective. And I'll say why you write. Objective. Students will be able to create, analyze, and interpret line graphs. And today's students, you can't see me, unfortunately, but you definitely can hear me. Okay, students, you can stop and pause the video as you like. Just make sure I'm going to go ahead and keep going. Mr. Goodwin, Ms. Willis, what is a line graph? Well, students, a line graph is a graph that shows information that is connected in some way, such as change over time. Data break. Today, you are learning facts about Snow Wizard and how much ice cream Snow Wizard sells each day of the week for a given week. These are the results into this table on the next page. And students, like I said, you can pause the video as you need to. So make sure that I'm going to go back. Make sure that you have this definition down. A line graph is a graph that shows information that is connected in some way, such as change over time. You can pause the video now, and I'm going to skip to the next slide. Okay. The data or data table, whatever your pronunciation, it's okay as long as we know the definition. Um, Anybody ever been a snow wizard? Do you like ice cream cones? Do you like snow cones? Maybe. Well, today's students will be studying about snow wizards, ice cream sales. And as you can see on Monday, they made $410. Tuesday, it made $440. Wednesday, it made $550. Thursday, it made 420. Friday, it made 610. Saturday, they made 790. And on Sunday, they made $770. Review. Hey, independent dependent variable. What does this have to do with a line graph? Hmm. An independent variable, remember, is the one thing that we change in our experiment. And just like our task with our paper parachutes, we had paper, aluminum, and wax paper uh, parachutes. That was the independent variable. Our dependent variable. Our dependent variable is what are we observing? What are we observing? What are we looking for? With our paper, wax, or aluminum parachutes, we were looking for the how long it takes the parachute to drop to the ground. And then our control variable is what I keep the same. Hmm, what did I keep the same? I kept my materials the same in our parachute experiment. I thought we was talking about line graphs, Mr. Goodwin. Well, we are getting to that, guys. Which axis? So I want you to pencils up. We're hard at work. Scientists like to say that the independent variable, what I change, goes on the x-axis. Make sure you're writing this down. The bottom horizontal one. And the dependent variable, what I observe, goes on the y-axis, the left side vertical one. So you can pause this video and write these notes down. I am going to keep the video going. So guys, remember we had our data for the money. So I want you to look closely. What's my independent and dependent variables? Remember, independent, what I change. Dependent, what I observe. What axis is it going to go on? Remember, the x-axis is my independent and the y-axis is my dependent. So if you want an acronym to write down, you can write down IVX and DVY. IVX and DVY. IVX and DVY. I'll write that down just to remember that my independent variable is what I change, is also the x-axis, which is the horizontal one, and my dependent variable is what I observed, which goes on my y-axis, the vertical one. And vertical, remember, goes straight up and down, and horizontal goes straight across, just like the horizon. Ask yourself, are the ice cream sales a dependent variable or independent variable? Are the days of the week the independent variable or the dependent variable? Stop, think, jot. I want you to come up with a prediction, which is usually my hypothesis. So we're actually doing an experiment on our notes today, but we're going to take valid notes so we'll understand line graphs. So next time on if when our benchmarks, our MLQs come up, we can master this objective. So, students, we've been waiting all this time, Mr. Goodwin, to see the results. Creating the line graph. So we're creating a line graph of the ice cream sales. As you can see, my dollar amount was my dependent variable, which is on my vertical line, which is on my vertical line. So this is the dependent variable. So our sales was the dependent variable. Our independent variable, which goes on my x-axis, which is my independent variable, is days of the week. It's what we're observing. Well, what we are changing. You're changing the days, not the. And we're observing how much money we bring in each day. So, students, a line graph is always given with a y-axis and a x-axis, which is my horizontal. Y-axis is my vertical. So, this is a good one. What do we do with this graph after we titled it our dollar amount for the y-axis, our days of the week for our x-axis, and we've had our ice cream sales? What can I plot now? So students, now we need to observe for a little while. Stop, observe the line graph. Where am I plotting Monday? Let's go back to Monday. How much was the sales on Monday? 410. So now I need to go back to my line plot. First thing I'm going to do is plot my graph. And my graph starts on Tuesday. Mr. Goodwin missed a point. How much did they sell on Monday? 410. On Tuesday, they sold 440. On Wednesday, they sold 550.